Hello and welcome to my TMNT layer. I got a message for TMNT collectors, and that is that I've been getting messages saying, "Oh, you're lucky that you got stocked on these figures, or you're lucky that your Target always has good finds." And the question is not really that. It's just sometimes you have to go at a certain time, or you know you're lucky enough to find these out there in the wild. And luckily, I go onto my Target daily. Well, not daily. I would say maybe three. I would say 3 times a week. Maybe I would maybe go to a Target. Maybe two, depending on the situation. If I had to get some groceries, or if I had to do anything there to get for the house, or any supplies that I needed at the moment. And I went there when the toy aisle, and they had these stocked in there. Like, I had persons saying, "Oh, like, I didn't have Mustang Sally in my Target, but in your Target you had like a lot of them." Not really. If I went to my Target, they only had like maybe two of these. I had like two Mustang Sallys when I went, and I got this one at that time. Same thing with Lee the eel. I went there. They had like maybe two of these. They didn't have that many. But I did see them more often in my Target by the time these figures were coming out. When the show was coming out, I remember these were pretty, tight on seeing them on the shelves. But then after a while, they started to come out more often. Same thing with Goldfin. I know a lot of people wanted him after they saw him in the show. I seen quite a few of these in my Target. They were always there. Maybe like two, three of them. I see them here and there. Like, I went at sometimes they had like two of them. Then there was only one left, and then there was none. And then there was other times that I went, they had like three of them. So it kind of varied on the figures. Same thing with the ooze here. These ooze canisters. I remember there was a lot of these guys over there. Targets and WalMarts were really stocked up on these mutagen canisters. I remember people used to open these, play around with them. There used to be like so many of these, and it's well detailed as well. See, it says Mutant Mayhem. These canisters were really nice. I remember I grabbed a couple of these. I just grabbed them. I didn't even think about it. I just grabbed them. I don't know if they were like $4.99 or $5.99. They weren't that expensive, so I picked up a few of these. I just took them home. Now you don't really see these anymore. I've gone to a lot of WalMarts and Targets. You don't really see no mutagen ooze canisters anymore. So, but they were pretty stocked at the time when they were coming out. There was quite enough. Also, same thing with this character here with Ray Fillet. I know a lot of people that were saying that he was really hard to get, that he was rare in Targets, that a lot of people couldn't find them. They had to go like second hand or buy them off other people, but they couldn't really find them at the stores. I was lucky enough to find him quite a few times, I would say. I found them like quite a few. I actually went to a Walmart. I found one of them there. I went to a Target. There was a couple of miles away from my house. There was another one there. And then I found mine locally at my local Target. So, I mean, he wasn't that difficult at a time. I know a lot of people struggle with him because he was a hard character to get at a point. But other than that, I pretty much found him. He wasn't that hard. Now I think he's more easier to find, but I think you would have to go like second hand in order to find Ray Fillet. So yeah, these figures, they weren't hard at a point. They were pretty stocked. I think some Targets, um, they might have a few of these left. It's been like maybe like 2 to 3 weeks. I went to Walmart. I would say a couple of miles away from my house, and they had like a Mustang Sally there. So So I'm pretty sure you could still find these at some Walmarts. I don't know if Target has these. I found Goldfin at a Target. These two I found them at a Walmart. So I don't know if Target still carries these. At the time. But I found these two, Mustang Sally and Lee the Eel, at a Walmart. So, and I got the ooze canisters. I found them all at Target. So, but yeah, guys. At a point, all these were really easy to get. Um, Ray Fillet, I guess he was okay. Some people had problems getting them, but for me, he wasn't that hard. So always check your local Target. Swing by if you have it around the area. It's not that far. I always recommend you guys to check because you never know what you'll find there. Sometimes you might find a restock of these figures. Who knows? Who knows? So that's it, guys. It was just a quick video. Just wanted to get that out there and answer that question for a lot of people. And that's pretty much it. So if you like these type of videos, please leave a like, guys. Subscribe. Don't forget to the notification bell. That way you don't miss none of my videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one.